To introduce our
This
guest
meeting
speaker
is being
today.
recorded.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, and she's got a very long list of things that she has accomplished and has a lot to be proud of. And she's actually a rock doctor. I don't know how many of you knew that rocks are her specialty. She's a planetary geologist who has studied the two largest craters in the world and written about their effects on the crust of the Earth. She has taught at the University of Houston and worked at NASA as a research assistant. She went on to work for Natural Resources Canada for 30 years and has just retired. And during her time at the NRC Canada, she was able to classify Canada's rock collection and become their first mental health champion, speaking to thousands of government workers over the years about the resources and support available for them. She has 3 kids, all in their 20s, and shares a home and hobby farm in the Gatineau Hills with our Unity friend C. And in her retirement, she is now involved in taking courses to become a licensed Unity teacher. She serves as our board secretary and helps us out in so many ways. And so we are so grateful for her resourcefulness and wisdom. And now we are going to hear what she has to say about being a go girl. You go, girl.
Thank you, Lynn. And thank you for making me sound not so much nerdy from that bio. Sometimes people are scared when they read me on paper, but then when you meet me in person, it's all different. So first, let me clarify that I will not be talking about go-go dancers as much as I would love to, but no. Rather, I'm using this idea of ready, set, go to describe how I used to be a go girl, so not a ready, set, go girl, but a go girl. Did I ever take the time to get ready and set before I go? Is that something you can relate to? When I joined Unity in 2020, I was made aware of courses available online, and one of the very first courses I took introduced me to this concept of sensing, feeling, thinking, intuiting. The thinking and intuiting part were easy enough to figure out, but did I ever have a hard time with the concept of sensing and feeling? What do I sense? What do I feel? I could not articulate any of it in 2020. I did not take the time to pause or breathe and introspect. And this is when I labeled myself as a go girl. For the longest time, I behaved as a fixer in a reaction mode rather than a good active listener in a healthy response mode. Mind you, I did not think that there was anything wrong with me, right? And nothing wrong with my behavior. However, being able to take the time to objectively observe and assess myself without judgment, I have been able to recognize that this is a behavior I don't want. And I have since been trying to work on changing that. Come ponder about this as I am working on my personal and spiritual growth, getting to know myself better. So today I would like to explore with you what it means for me to get ready and set before I go. Let me give you an example of my go girl day, okay? So one day I was meeting with my boss to discuss what he wanted me to do next. No problem with that. And as usual, I listened to pick up as quickly as possible what he wanted. As usual, I did not ask any question. I went, oh, yeah, got it. And I let go. I left to go do my work, which I believe was mine to do. When I came back a few days later and I gave him my work, I found out that I had it all wrong. So you know what? Wanting to perform, to impress, and be efficient, well, what did I do? I did not get ready. I did not set. I just reacted and I go. So can you think of a time when you may have acted this way? So what do I mean by get ready? As a go, go, go girl, I am a woman of action, not my type to slow down and breathe. To give you an idea, okay, so let me share with you that although I did give birth to 3 kids now in all their 20s, I would still fail my Lamaze class today if it wasn't for my wife. I always refuse to control my breathing in public. And by the way, I also have a problem with line dancing, but that's another story. Um, Little did I know about the benefits of deep breathing. I will always remain deeply grateful to my wife for showing me how to deep breathe. Essentially, taking deep breaths tells your body that it's safe to relax and unwind. I do force myself to slow down and breathe. And I practice improving my breathing technique as often as I can. So what were or are the reasons for going into my go, go, go girl mode? I already alluded to my wanting to perform, impress, and be efficient, but I think it goes deeper than that. It is a trait that I have had since I was in grade school, if not earlier. Why do I not pause and think or get ready and set before I act or go? There's definitely something about me wanting to be heard and seen. It's true. I am the baby of my family, having 3 older siblings. I could have been competing for my parents' attention. Uh, in being first, do or say anything would most likely ensure that I get heard and seen. This behavior could have trained me to be a go, go, go girl. Are there any other reason that could explain my lack of taking time to pause and think before acting? Why am I a go, go, go girl? I think that I can find some other reasons in the type of person I am, my personality traits. If I look at my top 5 strengths from the Gallup Strengths Finder assessment, for example, they include achiever and responsibility. As an achiever, I have a constant need for attainment, an internal flame burning inside, pushing me to do and achieve more, more, more. I want to get things done because it feels good. And sometimes because I promised someone I would, and don't want to let people down now. So that is my responsibility strength kicking in. I do work very hard to fulfill all my responsibilities and keep my word. I do feel twinges of guilt when certain tasks are not done to my level of standards or expectation. I do want to be associated with quality. This would partly explain why I'm quick to react and want to be first in doing something, not taking the time to pause and think. I want to please. Is this something you can relate to? I also feel it is my duty to respond to those who cry out for help and to serve those who have needs that I can meet. But does that explain my go, go, go girl ways? I would say yes, partially, especially in light of one of my other top 5 strengths, and that is harmony. I do not like to see people hurt or in pain. I do not like to deal with feelings and emotions. So in order to avoid or eliminate altogether discussing and dealing with feelings and emotion, I jump into action as soon as possible, if not immediately. I want to provide comfort, understanding, and solutions for those facing the hardships or conflicts. Now, you see why I refer to myself as a fixer in reaction mode. Are you a fixer too? Well, it turns out that I have now figured out that sensing and feeling are crucial to a healthy and prosperous life. My spouse introduced me to nonviolent communication, or NVC, in 2019. Learning about NVC and how to listen to my feelings and emotions to identify my needs and then be able to make a reasonable request to fulfill those needs, that has enabled me to understand the importance of pausing and observing, or in the context of my talk today, get ready. Don't get me wrong, it has not been an overnight miraculous transformation on my part. Uh, as of today, I still use from time to time that list of needs and feelings that I got from the NVC training to help me do this introspection. Because on my own, I cannot think of a feeling. What's a feeling? So I have to go to the list. However, I am more in tune with what my body tells me or tries to tell me, because I don't listen all the time. And I do take the time to pause and get still and ask, why does my back ache? Why do I have a sharp pain in my liver? In other words, I do stop and take time to smell the roses eventually. What about you? Do you pay attention to what your body may be saying? I'm not one for journaling, but I do see the importance of checking in on myself more than once a day. And sometimes it's something, again, that I have struggled with, and I'm making progress. Over the last few years, I've been working on how to be more present and taking information from my senses and listening to my intuition. So for me, getting ready is all about being still, breathing, sensing, and feeling. I spoke about how it has been easy for me to skip this get ready phase. Now let me talk about what I mean by get set. Therriault is an American psychologist, an author, and an engaged Buddhist specializing in the application of Buddhist teachings and mindfulness meditation to emotional healing. Well, Therriault said, mindfulness is a pause, the space between stimulus and response. That's where choice lies. So let me say that again. Mindfulness is a pause. It is the space between stimulus and response. That's where choice lies. So I would say that for me, get set is that space between getting ready, or the stimulus, and go, the response. In Therriault's words, get set is really about being mindful, but a pause is important still right here. I get set by being mindful of my needs or my interactions with others, and by contemplating to discern and allow understanding of what I have received. Being mindful. Okay, I told you that I have come to recognize that my higher wisdom is communicating with me via my body aches and pains to have me get still. Well, let me give you an example. Last fall, I'm in Montreal for a function over a few days. I'd left home with a certain pain in my lower back. Kept on getting worse every day, to the point that 2 days later, I was having difficulty to walk. I tried the hot spa and exercises in the pool one afternoon. I tried resting, going to bed early that night. The next morning, I was worse still, in tears. I finally realized that I had to stop, be still, and work on myself to get over this pain. After breakfast, I went back to my hotel room. I found an appropriate healing meditation online. I sat on a chair, focused on my breathing, and in letting go of the pain. Focusing on the pain areas, asking the questions, accepting, allowing, and releasing, I was guided by the meditation, those were the key for my pain to dissipate. After, I laid on the floor with my legs on the chair for a few more minutes, focusing on my breath and continuing to release. I then got up and I looked online for Qigong exercise. You have to realize I am not a Qigong person, but I had the intuition that I needed to go and find Qigong exercise to help me stretch my lower back. So I did. By the time I was done with the meditation, the breathing, and the Qigong, it was lunchtime. I was pain-free. I was ready to literally dance. I was transformed. So to be mindful to my needs, I followed up on my feelings and sensing with questions to my higher wisdom, and I listened for the answer. This is thinking and intuiting. So do you take time to think and intuit about your needs? There's also a sign telling me to be still in my interactions with others. Remember, I told you I was a fixer in a reaction mode. So there are signs. I just have to be aware of them and take the hint. That includes when working around the house with my spouse, even when I really took the time to properly get ready to ensure that the job would be done smoothly, right? Let me give you an example. We were working together, my wife and I, in finishing the ceiling in our chicken coop one day. And before we started, I definitely slowed down, I breathed, I kept in mind the safety of my spouse. As the task was being done, the achiever in me took over, and I reverted to my go girl ways. I forgot about the importance of being mindful every moment, to pause and to not rush. You think that after getting my wife's fingers pinched once, I would have gotten the sign. No. After getting her finger pinched 3 times, my wife finally left me to finish the job by myself. I felt awful. And I wonder, did I actually put achievement and efficiency over her safety? It is important to be still enough and long enough to see the potentials and the risks to each situation. At my age, I can acquire the skills to be still. I do. And I have come to grasp that stillness gives me opportunities I would have missed otherwise. Can you think of a time when you were not still enough and missed an opportunity, or worse, ended up risking someone's safety? So get set with or be mindful of others. I have to be an active listener. I have to listen so I can reflect back what I have heard and make sure I am understanding correctly. Listen so I can validate what I have heard or what I have said. Listen so I may ask questions and ensure I get the message right. In doing active listening, I am now entering what I call a healthy responsive mode in which I can contemplate, discern, and allow understanding before acting. This is thinking and intuiting. So get ready is my sensing and feeling, and get set is thinking and intuiting. Over the last 5 years, I've been better at receiving what is shared with me by my higher wisdom or others. I do need to work on it though. Especially the contemplation piece, the intuiting, the going within. I need to take the time to go within and into it from my heart space and not just my intellectual mind. A crucial step is being able to discern and allow what I have received before acting. It takes time, something that we do not always give ourselves enough of, time. So pause and breathe. Smell the roses. Sum up, for me, set is a mindful space pause. It's a pause during which I am being receptive, ready to discern, and trust. To illustrate this, allow me to paraphrase in Unity language, chapter 3, verse 5 to 8 of Proverbs from the Old Testament. I would write it this way. Trust in the oneness with all your heart. Never rely on what you think you know from your intellectual mind alone. Remember, you are part of the oneness at all times, and you have access to this infinite supply in every moment. Never let yourself think that you are wiser on your own. Simply surrender to the oneness and do good. In doing so, you will always be whole, healthy, and well, in flow with the oneness. I am truly grateful for my Unity experiences, teaching me to be more aware of my sensing, feeling, thinking, intuiting. I invite you to be more present and aware of who you are, where you are, present and aware of the other or others and your surroundings. Most of all, trust your inner voice to guide you in every moment. All of this is enabling me to be better at getting ready and set before I go. Join me in being willing to change and get ready to truly stop and smell the roses. Thank you. And now I will invite you to join me in this meditation. Please be seated comfortably. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. Breathe in and out deeply, allowing yourself to relax each muscle in your body. Bring your attention to your breath, breathing in and out gently and slowly. Allow your higher self to begin to make itself known to you. Through your breathing, you are opening to an abundance of loving light energy. Allow your mind to clear and release all thoughts. And if any thoughts arise, just say the word thought and return to following your breath. Bring your awareness to the place in your body where you can begin to feel this light energy making itself most known to you. This loving energy carries your higher self and is the mediator between you and the one loving source. Accept and feel its powerful and loving presence within you. This presence is guiding you, loving you, nurturing you, and supporting you in each moment. It is a wise and calm energy, omnipotent, omnipresent, and all-knowing. You can engage with it anytime you want. Bring your awareness to the area of your being where you feel your higher self making itself known to you. Notice what is within this space. Do you see an image or symbol, hear a sound, or feel a sensation that indicates the presence of your higher self? Take a moment to more fully connect to your higher self and welcome its presence to become stronger. Your higher self provides you with its wonderful presence to let you know that you are never alone. You are one with this energy and always able to ask it to make itself known to you through your intuition. Ask your loving higher self if there is a message for you. Is there something you need to know at this time? Let go of your wanting to think, allowing the energy of your higher self to be in flow. Now, continue relaxing into your breath, allowing your higher self to come through with any necessary pieces of information for your highest good. Know that you are fully supported on your path. Intuition will be available for you in each moment. You only need to create space to ask, listen, trust, and then act upon your new awareness. Now, thank your higher self for making itself known to you and for supporting and guiding you in each moment. Continue to follow your breath, and when you are ready, bring your awareness back to the room.